try this again. All right. They say third time's a charm. Now, let me reiterate. I did not want to do this. I was fighting my ass off. In fact, when my computers started shutting down, I started nodding off. I'm like, I'm going to sleep. I'm not getting paid for this shit. And I don't mean so much as money. It's just, I don't get no... Normally, when you put some work in shit, you normally get some type of, how you doing or something. You normally get something. You normally get something. I didn't want to make this. A letter to a soldier's broken heart. I ain't gonna make that. That's the wrong title. So I can fix that. Damn. Fucked it up already. Hold on. Right, there we go. Letter to a soldier's broken heart. Now, let's get to this. You see the pale skin. You can call that dwarf. Whatever white lady that the black woman and man like, that's her. If you was a baby and you want to know who was kicking mommy and daddy's ass in your dreams, that would be her. And that's a little bunny rabbit that means something, like Alice in Wonderland, the bunny rabbit. Remember these animals, y'all. To the left is the bunny rabbit. Understand the rabbit. These are clues in life, because they can't talk. So they had to do what? Pictures of animals. That's why we had to draw a picture of a letter A, and draw a picture of a little B, and say rabbit. And so we told them that what they was eating was called a rabbit. They said, "Oh, let me write this shit down. I'm eating a rabbit." So here's a tiger. So when they got to India, and this tiger was eating their asses, and somebody from India told him, "Hey, motherfucker, hey, there's a goddamn tiger." And that's why you keep getting shredded apart. So she sat down, she got in her book, she said R for rabbit and T for tiger, and she put in parentheses, stripes, nigga. Because with these stripes, your ass is healed. Yeah. Let you get cut by this tiger's claws like them stripes on Jesus' ass. You understand the Egyptian, rabbit, Greek, getting cut like a tiger, shine bright like a diamond, type of shit. So now she put in there RT. Rabbit, tiger. Now there's a mouse and there's an owl there. We all know anytime we hear owl is Bohemian Grove / Drake / Nirvana or Mithra. That's their god. So now we understand that the oculus owl who sees at night, and after she done got her wig plucked, or got her wig split, and no, I know what happened. She had some food on the table, and the owl swooped down and took her shit. She started throwing rocks and cups at it, right? So when she was throwing rocks and cups at it, that motherfucker swooped down and took a patch of her hair out with them claws. And she said, "What's that?" Because that's an owl. That hurt. He said, "Let's get out." I said, "Who?" He said, "You, motherfucker. You took my shit and then hit with them long." He said, "Ow." He said, "Who?" They kept doing it. "Ow, who?" And so they said, "Okay, I got a rabbit, tiger, and an owl who likes to who. And this mouse, he's so quiet. Okay, I have to figure something out. I know what I'll do with the quiet mouse. I'll pay him with some cheese." This is going to be very important. Dear Heavenly Father, I ask for your permission to talk to your children. This is a children's story. I ask you to protect me from what I know and what I don't know. I ask you to protect me from what I've said, what I didn't say. Father, but we ask that you reveal your divine truth, that I may be able to walk this earth in peace. Though I'm poor as hell and I need some things, I'm claustrophobic in this place. But nonetheless, you are my portion. You are my payment. The relationship that you might have, I would never trade it for nothing. So I ask for permission to open this can of whoop booty on these people. We ask that you would remove the wickedness, release the things that are owed to the people who are actually trying to do the right, not trying, doing the right thing, living the right thing, making those sacrifices, Papa. We ask for the relinquishes of those that are due to us, according to your divine will and purpose. But once again, we ask that we're allowed to speak your name, your words, your divine energy. And we ask by the name of the Holy Spirit and to the prophets before us and after us, we say thank you. And may all the saints and other Hebrew Muslims, may we all agree and try to learn something together. Selah. Shalom. I'm gonna use a phrase that your Jesus or scholars wrote that says, "Little girl, arise." So we're gonna say to the new church, Talite Kumra, arise, little girl. It's time to come home to daddy and mommy. Okay? Come on from outside and come on. Talite Kumra. Tabitha, come. Come on out. Come from on out the whorehouse. Come on out from the magic spell of the witch. See, because a lot of y'all don't know, the real Messiah had met Mary under a spell in a tree because she was under the spell of a witch. So we're going to do the same thing to you through me until the church on the whole planet. Come on, little girl. Talite Kumra. Arise. Your parents are gone. And now it's time to go home and be with the other orphans because we have another inheritance waiting for us. Because our earthly parents are no good. Spiritually. And they know who they are. But let's go take you out for a trip. So now let's back out of this. Let's take a small walk. Out of what? This rabbit ears, right? Now, this is why I'm showing you this. This is why I'm showing you this. You see this ear? You see this rabbit? News on Mandela's statue having a rabbit in his ear. Oh shit.
According to BBC.com, AFP, South Africa's government has ordered sculptors to remove a bronze rabbit they hid in the ear of a Nelson Mandela statue, unveiled after the former president's death last month.
I thought Elijah Muhammad was God to save the black man. A bronze rabbit. Oh. Shit. What happened to my shit? Oh, this is some bullshit, y'all. Wow. Fuck. Fuck the picture. Man, how did you get the fuck way up there? Jeez. Damn, let's get to the point. Yeah, man, there's always some weird shit, man, happening. Now, where were we? Who they looking for? His feet made of bronze or brass. Rabbit. Why would they put a rabbit in Mandela's ear, y'all? Who's ever watching? Why would they put a rabbit in Mandela's ear? This is the nigga that brought Africa to America. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. Then we'll get somebody, man, tell somebody to chime in, man. Invite somebody. This is going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy. So I can invite somebody to come in, man. Who not invite? I'm trying to invite somebody. It's going to be heavy. I'm going to invite some people. Myself a hug. My sister not responding. Wow. Still recording though. Alright, here we go. We're back in. Mic check, mic check. Mic check. So I can hear myself. Mic check, mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Bronze rabbit. Now, this is your God. This will be the black man's Jesus. This will be the gods, the priests, the magicians of African American history. Bronze rabbit, Mandela. Right? Let's take it down memory lane. Get a bronze rabbit, right? We focus. You notice the rabbit is facing her back, or he's looking over her shoulder. The owl, same way. Now, these two are talking, right? How do we know who this bear is? And how do we know who this pig is? Watch this. We'll tie the pig in when they just take us in scripture. So we're going to bring heaven to earth, and why Jesus is played out as a character, and you're under a magic spell. You're in Alice's Wonderland. Every kid's movie you watch is how they was programming you to be more mental and slavery into minorities. And that's why there's no law. And there will never be a law. There will never be a law ever in the universe to protect a black person. A black animal, black shoes, cars, anything else. But a persona or personality cannot be black unless you're dead. So when you say you're a black person, that means that you have a dead persona and personality, and there's no way in Sam's hell will I write, knowing I'm educated, that I'm going to give a dead personality life in my civil society. I'm not going to do it. You're not going to do it. Matter of fact, I don't even call myself black. I don't even act black. And I'm not even allowed to eat at your table. See how you copy your slave master? I don't mind looking out for the people. I love looking out for the people as long as I got it. And I've never begged for anybody to give me shit back. But never invited to something substantial without worrying about getting hurt. So the same thing with this. We're not going to let black people to the table because we'll get hurt. We'll lose our power or we'll lose our magic spell. Because what I'm hearing through these tarot cards and what I'm addressing to people in my family is you're acting like your white daddy. I'm not paranoid. That's not this and that. You act just like white daddy, except you're black. And he considers you a minority, and you just call yourself a rich black nigga. Same language, you just put rich behind it because you was raised up on who? Richie Rich, Scooby-Doo, and Mr. Peabody. Well, you know what I mean? All these cartoons. So that's why your babies today will be witches when they're 50. That's why you're Winnie the Pooh today. How we know? Because this is Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. And Mandela, Winnie, Mandela, South Africa, went to the pig, the Pope, to do what? Write a contract. They're having an argument. This is called a pork tat right here. When the bronze nigga, the bear, goes to the piglet, because you see he's got his shovel on his shoulder. He's busy. He's burying himself with that shovel, and the bear says, I got some niggas for you to bury. He said, what you talking about, nigga? Mandela. He said, man, here's right here. I'm going to go down here and call Desmond Tutu. And I'm going to get Farrakhan and Jesse. We got these two motherfuckers named Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. How we know? Some that you might not picked up. I need that picture. Hold up. This is some bullshit. Some bullshit, man. Damn! Fuck off with it. What I want y'all to see is this word right there. Neg. See the word nig? Now let's get started with the movie. Bang. No, we can do this, I think. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, we can do that. Now, nope, we can't do that. Or maybe we could. No, we can't. Missed it. You see the word ring, nig, which is nigger. $50L. Nig, L50. Nig also. What's that L50? Again? Ra, but L, Lar, Nar, Ran, Nig, Ran, Nig, Ran, International, no, Nig, Ran, International Negro League at 50. Ring Look, because they spelled ring wrong. Watch, I got to write this down. Hold on. Check this out. I know I'm onto something, y'all. I'm going to spell it out for you. Of all time, I ain't got an ink pen. Hold it up. Got it. R-N-G A-L All right, I figured it out. Oh, she had a pen. I'm gonna show you what this is. Here's the script, right here. This is Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Harry Belafonte. They all had a plot into this. All right, let me show you what they did. All right, obviously you see. I'll show you this first. Martin says, I fear I'm integrating my people into a burning building. This is before Martin is dead. Harry said, I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. How we know? Because Harry is the first black entertainer that becomes a politician. He meets up with Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. The guy with the rabbit in his ear. See that? The burning building. The three little pigs. Piglet. The big bad wolf was coming to stop the three little pigs from what? Burning down what? My people. But before he could stop the pigs, the bear had a note and he sent it to Belafonte. Belafonte sent it to Africa, and the African government ordered what? Sculpture remove what? The bronze out of what? The rabbit's ear. Why? Because there couldn't be somebody who would make the connection. The pig and the bear. Now, what do Russia have to do with this? Because Russia and Africa is synonymous with the brown bear or a black bear. So anytime you hear a black or a brown bear, it's Russia and Africa as one people. All right? Against the big bad wolf. for real. So this pig and that rabbit. Now keep rabbit and pig in your ear because we have the Easter bunny and we have what? Eggnog. We eat what? Pig feet. We have what? Pork for dinner. See the holiday? Easter. Pork. To celebrate what? The death of all future wannabe messiahs. And that was the African Messiah that they had dinner over. Because what? He's dead. And they put what? A rabbit in his ear. So now that you're no longer Afro-Asiatics, now we got to tell you you're black. Now you're a black African. Now this is the next step, the next phase in it. How are we going to get these motherfuckers to believe this shit? Well, let's put it in the cartoon. Because now we have Mr. Sanders. Well, you see the pig here, Mandela, Russia, nigger, International Negro League, L, in 50 states. And if you do the letters right, AL, the A is 1 and 12, the L is 12, they add up to 13, means the 13 tribes of Israel. How I know? Because Winnie the Pooh's house have Mr. Sanders written where? On his crib. Now, the question is, why do Winnie the Pooh or Winnie Mandela, who ran for the Negro International League and called the 13 tribes in the 50 states of America? Look at the number 1 is A and the number 12 is L. You put them together as 13 tribes of Israel in America. Now, if you want to keep calling yourselves black and African American, you will be destroyed. Not by us, at least not yet. Am I touching somebody? This is Hosea meets Samuel's meaning the outpouring of the Spirit of the Most High. I am who they say that I am. I come to free my people, man. And this is right here will free you right here. You can free yourself with this knowledge right here. Africa, Brazil, the whole world mentally. By the time I get done with this, you should have no longer have the desire to be a nigger. Oops, I'm sorry. An educated black African American. After we reveal the mystery behind your mental disease. And unfortunately, all black institutions are going to have to be shut down and reorganized, repopulated, and redelegated. In the whole nine, it has to be started from scratch. That's what it is. I had to kill my desires, so do you. So, we're saying to all black people in America. And if you ain't in America on your way in, this is going to have to happen. Or, on our way out, on our way in, this is going to happen. If you don't renew your heart and mind, you will be thrown outside the circle with the dogs, the whores, and the sorcerers. I had to cleanse my shit, fix my shit, get on my ass. So do you. Our Moses moment is over. We had a whole bunch of Moseses going up to the top of the hill, bringing information down, and y'all wouldn't eat it. Y'all played around with the bigger part, the bigger picture, the Aaron dude that allows you to do what the fuck you want to the church or in the synagogue, whatever. So let's break this code of silence from out of the black Greeks' hands and the black Jews. So black Jew, I guess you have to go back under the table, under your rich Jew king's feet. You can have your niggas now, close skin. So now let's get this in. I gotta stand up. I'm gonna pair that. Oh snap. Alright, here we go. So now, Mr. Sanders. See that? Mr. Sanders. Mr. Sanders on Springer. Right? Mr. Bernie Sanders on Springer. Why does Winnie the Pooh house have Mr. Sanders written? Let's find out. That's a good ass question. Why do Winnie Mandela and Nelson Mandela and the International Negro League have to do with anything? And the 13 tribes of Israel in America. And look at this shit. Last updated May 13th. Wow. Maya. That is a name too, believe it or not. So, I believe Sanders was a previous occupant. In the book Winnie the Pooh, where it was introduced to Pooh, where he was given a full explanation, why is he sometimes called Mr. Sander? Winnie the Pooh chapter 1, Winnie the Pooh and some bees. See that? Beyonce, remember the Queen Bee Church. Remember that? Once upon a time, a very long time ago now, about last Friday, Winnie the Pooh lived in a forest all by himself under the name Sanders. What does under the name mean? Asked Christopher Robin. It means he had the name over the door in gold letters and lived under it. Wow. You see that? Listen. To the story. Listen to what he said. He said, why did Winnie the Pooh, who lived in the forest, go live under the name Sanders, Mr. Sanders? I knew I was right when I talked to you people, man. Man, that was a heavy magic trick. Look, I can't make this shit up. I get to click this. Wow. 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 Fucking cartoon that. Alright, fuck it. Now who we got? Ah, there you go. Look at this shit, y'all. Yo. Guess who owns Black America, y'all? Bernie Sanders. There's who owns Black America. This is where we gotta go. This is Mr. Wizard. This is the motherfucker who owns our asses, thus says the Lord. This is where our freedom comes from. We gotta go to Mr. Burns. We gotta go to Simpsons. And tell this nigga we don't fuck with I didn't know we had bears in that. I didn't know Africa had bears. I didn't know. I know America had brown bears and black bears. I didn't know they had them in Africa. And that's how they put Africa in America, nigga. They put Mandela in an African American outfit as a bear. And he went to the Pope and he said, I'm going to live under Mr. Burns' name. I'm going to live in this tree like Mary or the prophecy said that they would live under the tree because this tree was what? Cursed. And who cursed that tree that African bear lived in? Jesus. Right? Who cursed the 3 pigs? If that was the case, that would be Jesus. But since Jesus is their makeup, like Mr. Burns, Simpsons, Winnie Mandela, she don't even exist. Winnie Mandela don't even exist because she's right here on TV. Winnie the Pooh is Winnie Mandela, her husband. She came to America. Oh my God. Look. Hold up. I'm getting sick. I gotta take a break. Hey, can somebody call Farrakhan And as if he's still alive. I think he did. I had a piece of information that said he was born in 1940 something, but his work stopped in 1986. No, 96. Yeah, I had to rub my eyes, nigga. I said, hold up. I had to rub my eyes. I said, Farrakhan been giving real shit. I wonder if I took a clip of it. Oh, it's on here. I got it. Watch this. Understand, the first video started literally at 5:55. I prayed. I asked for permission. I made it clear to the Most High Yah, to the things seen and unseen, and to angels and demons and those who would rip a nigga up for lying on the word of the Most High and lying to you guys. Shit that on my heart that you would never see, but it'll be exposed, and so I had to make sure I cleared my shit up. Because I'm watching this terrorist shit a little too more than I like it. I'm up like, I don't watch this shit. And when I say shit, I don't mean no disrespect to y'all guys, man. Because, shit. I don't know nothing about that stuff. I didn't even know it was real. Because they do say if it don't resonate with you, keep pushing. I say, well, shit. If it was meant for one person, you'd be only having about 5 followers. So whoever turned on, it resonated to all of them. So I said, that makes my experience nothing unique, but I'm being herded into a one thought. So I said, well, that's part of the curse to slow me up and hurt me into a thought. So I'll keep looking at them thinking that, they know me. But meanwhile, I'll get caught up with looking forward to them telling me shit points to stand in my prayers. So that's not going to work, nigga. Right back at you. Told y'all certain shit that just make me stronger. Where else we at? Oh. Wow. So we got Winnie the Pooh and we got bees. And what's crazy about this, y'all? You're going to find out they created Black America out of a bunch of singers called Joust, Jokers, Jackals, Dogs, and Bitches. AKA, there will be jackals and hyenas in the palaces. And that was prophecy about the black dog man and the black bitch woman. Both dogs, nonetheless. I didn't make that up. Alright, so don't be getting mad at me. So now we got Mandela, real-time bronze rabbit, rabbit for Easter, pigs for 3 little pigs, India, boom. Here go Alice reading her book because she's dreaming right now. See, this is Alice in Wonderland. How much you want to bet? Who want to bet me that's Alice creating her book called Wonderland? And why the African was acting like an American, aka African American, he would live up under that gold name tag called Mr. Burns. So that means he lived under oppression still. That means Africa still lives under oppression. Why? Because it says that once upon a time, very long ago now, about last Friday. What's Friday? The Sabbath, Abba. Right? So, when Mandela left the Sabbath, him and Winnie the Pooh took a shit when he was in the forest, and all day by themselves under the name of what? Sanders. So we have Mr. Sanders, Simpsons, cartoons, right? Storybooks, idols, right? Because Mandela's an idol. Mandela was created out of a goddamn Winnie the Pooh book, and so was Barack Obama. You just haven't found the book yet. But anyway, you see, you have the guy that says elect Barney Sanders, because what? He lives under Sanders' power too. Homer Simpson's Jerry Springfield TV is under who? Mr. Burns. And Mr. Burns is what? Mr. Bernie Sanders. Because what? He's the devil. Mr. Burns is the devil who rules white man. Rules the black man. The devil is your father, all black people in America. And he came in the form of a bear and gave you Mandela. Sent you through Alice Wonderland, called this white girl and her rabbit and her animals. And now you had talking phones, refrigerators, spoons, cars, penises, hats, arms, everything talk, because Alice made all her animals talk. To who? Mandela. How? By putting what? A rabbit in his ear. This rabbit hole goes deep. You hear that? Now remember, I fear I'm integrating my people into a burning building. What's that? A rabbit hole. True? If that's look, y'all. That wasn't Martin Luther King's quote. Somebody repeated what Martin Luther King told Harry Belafonte. They rewrote it so it wouldn't look fucked up. And that's what killed Martin Luther King. He was telling people that this African American thing is not cool. He was telling them that you cannot lead another 10 generations under this monetary gain. It's all about money. And that's why my family can choose money over blood. I'm going to just keep it like that. Because when I'm dying and there's a bag of money to the left, everybody in my family picked the money up and left me to die. I'm not going to sugarcoat it no more. I felt it in my heart. I knew it, and I've always felt it. But I'm not upset because I took that same emptiness from a fake, what a family's supposed to be. That saved me so much anxiety that by nature I wasn't forced. I was open to say, the creator of life, can you please come into my heart and love me the way it's supposed to? And that's why I have the name Hosea, salvation, because he saved my heart. He saved my soul. He saved my manhood. He saved me from being wicked. He saved me from being a pedophile maybe, or a rapist, or, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know until you done it, and you say, oh shit, that's what I've done, and then you find out if you like it or not. But Mrs. H, 19-year-old member, replies this. Miss H, because she's one, right? So she knew about this. Who's Christopher Robin, as in Robin's Hood, and Sanders, as in the Sandman, putting you to sleep and sending you straight to hell. Let's get deeper. entertainment, music. O.J. Simpson running to the white girl thing, you know. Right? Bernie Sanders. Mr. Bern, Sanders, under, what's that at? Because the 12 Israelites, the 12 tribes is where? In the wilderness. We're in the forest, y'all. Where's the forest? It's called United States. It's the only place on the planet, more or less, that has nothing but wilderness and forest. Like we do. With the weather. So, here on the East Coast and all the way down to Florida, we're in the forest, and all by the black man's self and the black woman's self, they stay up under the name African American, and that's the name of Sanders. See that? Why would a bear stand up under the name Sanders if that's not his name? Why would a man or a woman want to argue with me if I know I'm a bear and I'm not a fucking black man? If I'm telling you I'm a Hebrew Muslim and I know you're not a black man, but because the one that gave you the word black man, which is Mr. Sanders, because you live under his name, and in his tree is called what? Jewwood or Hollywood. Watch this. So now we understand the Pooh Connection, Bees, Entertainment, Jigger, Jay-Z, Jehovah, Yeezy, boom, out. You back up here? Bang, here we go. We got Why the Winnie the Pooh's, boom. Democratic presidential candidate, what? Bernie Sanders is feigning a backlash after he turned up thumbs up for the podcast that was love for the many liberals. We'll go down here. Okay, the real Mr. Sanders was a prior resident, which means, listen to this. So if Mr. Sanders was living in the woods, that means he was what? To all the Moorish Americans and the Moors, that means Mr. Sanders was a wild man. His children were wild children. They wasn't babies, more or less. They were kids. Little cupboards. Little goat-esque things. Notice I said, not grotesque, but goat-esque. They were Pan-Africans. What's his name? What's that dude's name as a Pan-African prince? Dr. Umar Johnson. This is how you became a Pan-African, Dr. Umar. You took the Mr. Sanders' children, the Pans, right? And you took his idea by living up under his name, under a tree, and he brought you somebody from Africa by the name of Winnie the Pooh. And that's how you became a goat African or a Pan-African or a Mason African or a black African Pan-African revolutionist. Why? Because you're under a spell. Yeah. You didn't know that. Now you know, Dr. Umar Johnson. You're fired. Next. That's why your shit don't work. That's why Nation Islam shit don't work. Black Christians, that's why nothing black on it don't work. Why? Because Pooh Bear lives under the name Mr. Sanders. And since Mr. Sanders used to live in the forest, you decided to go live in the forest, and he went and lived in your palace. That's why Prophet Isaiah said the dog will be in the palace. So you're living in the outhouse, and he's in your house, and you're happy under the name. Every time you call yourself Black African American, you're choosing to live in the outhouse. I got proof. Is that nothing to do with religion? Because you don't have to wear an unk up your ass. You don't have to stick a cross in your pee hole. You don't have to wear a dashiki for a tampon. You ain't gonna braid your daughter's hair so tight her skin bleeding. If I had to, I'd hustle bean pies. But you don't have to hustle bean pies in newspapers. You don't have to get this information. But it'd be nice if you hustle bean pies in newspapers with the information to feed the community, to feed the nation of people who are EYE, self-lords and masters, plural. Not I by myself. That's why that version of Islam don't work. I am Jose Omar Weathers, Northern Continental Director of the New Nation of Islam. And been given that title by other imams, by the Southern Continental Director, the Eastern and the Western. I just kept that till I was ready to actually step into that imam and to the rest of the imams on the globe. MCM in California, well, thank you for giving me allowing me to do my masjid in front of 400 plus men and be able to protest that and lift out plus over 1,500 people, men and women, and other cultures that we all agreed that this interfaith of humanity, not this interfaith of religion, that this humanity date was of now the last 9/11 thing they had. And we had video, and it was called Clear Ink. Yeah, Clear Ink, solid ink, clear image, and it all had an X in it. And some of y'all used our stuff to, be nice. So let's get back to this. Winnie the Pooh, Mr. Sanders, a prior resident of the house of Winnie the Pooh. What was his house? Where Winnie the Pooh live at, young? Hold on. Should we put the nigga at? See the word nig right there. N-I-G. Unscramble it. Nigger. International African Nationalist. INA. Is that for real? Let's find out if INA is real. I think they called it IRA. Mandela's INA. I ain't seen no goddamn Madonna. Mandela and the INA Association.
According to CNN.com, CNN, one autumn evening, Nelson Mandela answered a knock at his front door and found himself facing his most dangerous enemy.
That's what that's about. Look at that shit. Fake. But not anymore. INA. Nigger. INA. American Negro League. 50 states. A is 1, L is 12, 13 tribes. Fake African Americans. Fake. How? President Barack Obama. He wasn't from America. They called him what? The first black African American president, right? Because they found out he has no ties in America. So, this fake shit under Sanders' tree, because this tree is cursed. When the black man rang that bell, and the door opened up, he became cursed and hung himself on this tree called Jew wood, holy wood. And then this tree was magical. And then this tree had a lot of souls in that motherfucker. And they knew just what to do to keep you in the forest. And they took little Alice to write a book on how to take your mind away. ANC, INC, okay. But you notice let me see something. No, I wasn't crazy. Now it's the INA, Romney, Yah, Africa. See the Greek shit? Pele. This is what brought African America to our brains, was Pele when they came to New York. They hustled us for the Mandela. See the spell? They put you under the spell with that. Then they took your palm print and marked you. Then boom. Outborn all this African America, that everybody start dressing like them, and lost your fucking mind, and you haven't been back since. He hasn't been back since. Not one nigga from there been back since. Not one stood side by side since. As we saying we fighting and arguing with them, no. We're just exposing some elephants in the room. I just thought maybe we exposed a few elephants in the room, if that's okay. There's a lot of forged documents, FBI. I think that should save a lot of taxpayers' money. Hey, Joe Biden and the Republican people, I think that would be a little bit more than the money that you're asking to borrow from, right? So now, American government, FBI, CIA, you can legally go in there and take millions of dollars back because they caused a heinous crime against humanity and a mental and a silent war on American soil. Now, if I was a veteran, I would raise hell. If I was a veteran, I would pick it and I would raise hell and say everybody on the opposite side of the Atlantic Ocean should pay America's debt right now. Straight up. Our allies, everybody. And America should be the new kingdom on the planet. Straight up. Because everybody partook in this black African American shit. Everybody outside the United States partook in the mastermind of sucking the mind, body, and soul of the people of this continent. And gave them the name African American. Now, I don't know about my Mexican brothers and Brazilian brothers. You know, we'll get to you. You there too. But right now, we definitely have a locked target in their language on the culprit. On those who attack America's interests. I think the last time America went to war was because of its interests. And if my Social Security card says that I'm the interest of American policy, and these guys is trying to destroy anybody knowingly, willingly partook in the naming, the renaming of a people, black African American, that's a crime. That's theft. That's theft. It's like me visiting your crib. You say, hey, you watch my dog for me till I come back. I'm like, yeah, you go to the store and your dog got a new name. You ain't gonna want that dog. So you left Africa, you come here, you give niggas a new name, and you fly back out, and you sit way over there and fish for our blood or organs. And you come over here and you make fun of us on how filthy it is that we are. I guess so, because between the shit, man. I wish there was 20 black people could feel what this video is saying, man. I wish y'all could feel this, man. I wish y'all could see the bigger picture. I wish y'all could comprehend the facts. Somebody said, you ain't gonna learn it unless you go to that actual place. No, you don't. Not since they made YouTube and a whole bunch of other shit. In fact, all you got to do is leave your neighborhood. If you leave your neighborhood and go visit another city, those cultures are right in your back door. Some of you, if you start watching BET all day, you find out there's about 3 different cultures that live on your block, and all you got to do is talk to them, and then turn your cell phone on and research some few words, and you'll pretty much learn some shit from there. You'll go a long way, believe it or not. One word will lead you to a whole slew of shit. And what? So now we see Winnie the Pooh. Alright? So next time you hear Mandela, this nig of the INA who ran for the INA to change the names of the American Negroes in the 50 states, because it says American what? AL, American League. 50. Where? Mr. Sanders. And the bear, who normally lives outside, lives under Sanders' roof. And that's what I tell the police. Do the bear shit in the woods, nigga? You in my house, motherfucker. Roll some of shit and piss. How about this? How about you get the fuck out of our kingdoms so we can properly use the bathroom and shit and take your monkey ass back where y'all come from? Pick a tree. Give a fuck. Take all the trees with you. We gotta burn them anyway after y'all done fucked them all up. We don't want them. Give Mr. Burns back his tree, nigga. Give Jesus, the Jews, and all them back that tree. Give Hollywood back the fucking tree, man. Stop smoking that shit, Rasta. That ain't no good tree, man. You need some tree furs, man. I smoke tree furs. I don't smoke trees. I do. I smoke tree furs. I don't smoke trees. I play with trees. I'll talk to trees. I'll even piss on trees. I ain't smoking no tree. I might kind of fall asleep under the tree for a little bit. But I ain't gonna live in the fucking tree. A black man and a black woman lives in the infamous Oculus of Mr. Sanders, meaning the infamous kiss of Mr. Sanders' ass is what? The devil, you black. WITCH. Literally. All of you who love and chase money are literally dead. According to this, you are a black witch. And you transform into a black BITCH. A black witch bitch. That's why you chase to get rich. See how? Okay, you think the Most High ain't a rapper. Watch what happens. Now, we got that. Let's go back here. Winnie the Pooh's house have Mr. Sanders. We out. How we know? Because it says, under the name means what? It means he lived under the name literally. So Mr. Sanders took over the bear's castle, and the bear took over Mr. Sanders' tree. And in order for the Mr. Sanders to live life in the castle, in this case a cave, because I don't know about you, I'd rather live in a cave than a tree. That's just me. Next fly. Winnie the Pooh and Disney Pals. Shop movies. Tigger, like the rapper Tigger. Familiar, right? The jackass that Jesus came in on. Your pig niggas. The pigs. You go to that rabbit. And then you got Kanga and Roo. See, she couldn't keep it one funky kangaroo. She'd have cut some shit off. Like her hair. Put some weave in it. Kanga. Like the Kango hat. LL Cool J. More rap. Okay. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Horny. Netflix. Let's get a taste of this. It's all relevant.
darkness. World of darkness.
Stop. The Most High is wonderful, man. Finish doing the math. Get the piggy, little bear. Her hair is dark, she might be the owl. But nonetheless, Mr. Sanders lives in the woods. How we know? Remember, I don't want to forget. Mr. Sanders on Simpsons. I fucked that up, huh? Why she strangling him? Right? What's they saying? What is they doing? What are they doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Let me stop to fuck it up. Let me get out of that. Yeah, we get out of it. I almost fucked it up. Oh. Stop that shit. I know what I did wrong. Alright, let's get out of that. There's something cracking over there. As we can minimize that, we gotta get that Bernie Sanders back up there. Bernie Sanders Simpsons.
According to Fandom.com, Bernard Bernie Sanders is an American politician and candidate for the 2016 presidential election. He appears in the short The Debateful Eight.
Politician. Now, you know, Hillary Clinton had that what? The Hillary Clinton Foundation, right? So here's the connection. Mandela, Mr. Sanders, we know Bill, that's a goat meaning goat. Bill was the bully goat. Hillary's the nanny goat. Alright, we got that. It says, what does Bernie Sanders' anti-fashion feel? Because you understand, who likes fashion more than what? Black people. One A H. One A. A. Now if you spell this right, if you turn that into a one, this would be an A. I. One artificial intelligence. They didn't take him serious on the programming of black people. The artificial intelligence, A19. You turn the 1, you take the A to the 1. That's 1. You turn the A, hold up. A19. You turn the A to a 1. The 1 to an A, and the 9 is the I, because I put the 9 up for perfection. So they got the perfect programming for the artificial intelligence. Bernie Sanders is saying they got the program. What's the program? Winnie the Pooh, blood, and honey. They're putting something in the blood to make it sweet. What are they putting in the people's blood to make it sweet? Sugar. What makes blood sweet? Y'all, what makes blood sweet? What makes blood sweet? That'll make you what? Poo. Make you shit on yourself. Make you lose your appetite. See, when you poo, you defecate. That means death. That means the stuff is coming out. And if you got somebody that like to eat your butt or lick booty or stick their penis in your poo hole, oh my God. And black people love the booty. They like the poo. They love the blood and the honey and the money and the... Oh my God. Y'all nasty as hell. Man, I wouldn't want to be a black person. Not see where they kill you. This is what they teach their children. Straight up. This is the artificial intelligent black and white history. And this is why... Wow. I got a headache. I got dizzy. Straight up. I almost passed out. Straight up, y'all. I almost really passed out. I got to take we got to put a music break. Really, I almost passed out. Wow. Ring the bell. The bell. Wow. Nick, Rand, INA, A&I. Yup, A&I, American Negro Association. Oh, that's fucked up. Farrakhan, y'all. Oh, that's fucked up, man. That's some dirty niggas, man. Wow. I just got shivers, yo. Like my inner existence just shivered, like, wow. And you think after traveling all over the world, these guys, that they come back to you, hey, the white man ain't the devil. Nope. Can't keep blaming him. So much for that luxury. You know what I mean, Walker? You become the new pale face. Winnie the Pooh. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was riding with my Rays some days ago. I gotta be careful what I tell y'all. Because I don't trust that there motherfucker never again. Nope. You gotta have a certain tone in your voice for me to trust you. If I want to hear that, you can forget about it. So, that's that. Bros, when I was talking about something, and I lost my train of thought. Damn, got me, but I'll get it back. Okay, since Pooh Beer, Blood and Honey's here, what they got for our children? In the trees. What we got here? I need you like I need a hold, like I got a holding the head represents holding the wall. Golf course, hole in one. Stick. Going through the hole. That might look like a nose and a beard. Big ass headphones or something, I don't know. There. That's your reflection. Look. In your head, Winnie the Pooh, black man, black African American, because you see Winnie the Pooh. This should scare the fuck out of you. For calling yourself a black man or a black woman. You shouldn't want to do that. You see why our videos on average 4 hours? Huh? Motherfucker, when I tell you I'm shook, I'm shook. These things ain't got no emotions, motherfucker. They will use your body as to slay a dozen people and then go to somebody else and you'll be in prison like you don't know what the fuck happened. And all it need is one little fuck attitude, man. One little hateful attitude. That thing will have you on a murder spree, bro. Sis? Then when it's done with your monkey ass, you'll be in prison. You can't kill yourself. You just gotta sit there and wait to die. You can't cut your throat, nothing. You just sitting there like, damn. I don't know about you, but something about if there's nothing else I can do in my life, if I decide to stick a goddamn thing and cut my wrist and bleed, I could do that. But this way, you can't even do that. You got to sit there till somebody decide they feel like killing you and then use your organs wherever the fuck they want. And you'll never be buried alive. I mean, buried in the grave to be turned to dust. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Let's watch this, man. Y'all bless the motherfucker, man. Because somebody is oblivious to this shit and they don't know what they're looking at. And you know I got the spirit to me take a... Oh shit, what just happened? What happened? Oh. Okay, I got something better. Web select. Web select. Web select. Web select. Shit. Alright, web select. Start us again. Web select. And we're going to try to get a... No. 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 Web select. Joe. Web capture. My fault. Told you I ain't that bright. I be fucking up. That's another reason why I be paranoid. Cause most high whoop your ass. You be shit. Y'all think it's a gang. You fucking around if y'all want to. Now, when I post a picture, you notice the beard cartoon. Winnie the Pooh. Blood and honey. Remember the bee? The blood is the pig. The pork. And they went to go see the Pope, which is blood. Right? Red bottom shoes, stilettos, Cardi B, came up as Medusa, the red outfit. Pope got red shoes, blood. Blood gang, right? Pyru, you know what I mean. Don't kill me, dude. Don't be this. Don't. I ain't disrespecting your gangster. No, sir. I'm not disrespecting your gangster at all. If I was born to be a killer, I'd be the best at it too. I would. So, let's get it. Get that picture? I did get it, right? Oh. That was a problem. All right. Okay, do the reflection, right? Now, what's behind the reflection? What's behind the mirror? This is what behind your mirror when you look in the face putting your weave in. Black woman. When you're fixing your beard. Black man. And you call yourself an African American, this is the demon in you. I'm showing you what's in the mind of your artificial intelligence program and what it looks like. Remove this program. Well, if you don't know how, you can't, right? Shit. You a bitch. God damn, I stuck my foot in my mouth. Here we go. If you want this removed out of your brain, black man and black woman, black child, male or female, but again, contact me while I'm available. Cause I got a feeling I'm about to get real busy. Straight up. After we show you the science and prove this to you, I got a face of man that's gonna fit that perfect. And it's something that the black people love try to be. Now note, this square is the square of called a box. It's called Pandora. This is Pandora's box, and they took your gifts, and that's why you got a black hole in this guy's head with the pointed nose and the beard. How we know? Because that's his little black mouth. See the hole? See, what comes in his black head comes out of his black mouth. What goes in his black mouth is in his black head. He got a black way of life, and he looks like he's in the what? The fucking ghetto. Look at the bedroom. Nobody lives with holes in their walls like that except for who? Come on, man. I heard that other spirit. Shut the fuck up. We ain't talking about nobody else's house. We're talking about black folk, nigga. We ain't talking about nobody else. We ain't talking about no religion. We talking about black folk, nigga. Shit that nobody in history wanted to address. The real shit why black folk are black folk. And why they're oblivious to why they enjoy being stupid. Hey yo, did y'all see that did y'all see that motherfucking chain Busta Rhymes had on his neck? When I seen that chain around his neck, all I could see was if he traded that chain in for the law that says that the black man and black woman is no longer on the hunting list, and if you kill one, it's mandatory life in prison. And you ain't gonna be eating Pop-Tarts either in the morning, neither. Your family won't be at home crying and shit because you murdered their loved ones and you sitting in jail eating Pop-Tarts. I don't think so. This is why we don't fuck with black people. We'll show you. Get that clip. uh, uh, what kind of shit is this? No. Just in case that one failed. I don't know how that could have happened. Oh, excuse me. I might have been impatient. Alright. Now we can proceed. I need that perspective. Because I need you, okay, what I'm doing is some people's brain actually need to see what happens. I'm going to catch it. I'm going to catch it. What happened here? Right there. See, when you practice mirror magic with an impure heart, you pretty much get it fucked up. Same thing with your cell phone. That's dark against a black glass. This glass and that glass are not the same. Because this glass comes from that dark brain. That glass comes from the mind of the Most High. Now you have this mind as a man, or you have this mind as a black man. You better choose your side wisely today, somebody. Somebody. Toledo. Call on me, brother, if you need a pack. What happened to Lee a hand? He said, no, I ain't got no more hands to lend, nigga. Better take this bag of coke and get off my face. I need somebody to lean on. I got two bitches down there. All you need is a double coat. Lean on them. I got shit to sell. Somebody to lean on. Betting that lean on you, get your ass whooped. Hey sisters, when you're telling me you better not lean on me, nigga. Somebody put on a post. Steve Harvey was like, "Nigga, you need to be helping your woman enough." Which is everybody gonna post to help. But here's like, because she's the only one that can reproduce you. At first, I almost lost my mind with Steve Harvey. But I had to catch myself and said, he's a fucking comedian. He's supposed to say some dumbass shit like that. That's why he tells jokes. He don't take shit serious. He's funny. And rich. But nonetheless, he's a Winnie the Pooh, and he gonna die chasing that honey. I'll take my word for it. See Jamie Foxx scared the bitch. Mark Lawrence, you ain't heard shit from him.
In the north.
Ali. Mixtape. Oh shit. They said you done mixed me to death. Oh, keep it pushing. Alright, niggas. I got you. Psych. See? I have to show this. You see the piglet between Winnie? Look. Winnie the Pooh. You got Winnie and Mandela's Pooh together makes the bear. And they are the Africans who are the black bears in America. AKA the bear claws, barefoots, blackfoots, chickshaws, the ravens in London. Yes, y'all. They took the animals of this land. Right? And they entombed us by a spell. And they put us in a zoo somewhere. The spirit, they put us in animals. In other words, somebody came up with this idea. With the souls of the dead, we'll put them in their animals and take them away. So the spirits cried out. So it came out in their children as fairy tales. Mystery, or the school of the mystics. Tarot cards and the ancestors and the beetle, the hawk, the crow, and all these spirits and stuff. So now you really see what? Two people, a male and a female. In his mind, he knows they are a Winnie the Pooh. Here's Winnie, and here's the fuck boy, and here's the piglet, ready to bury your black asses. See? Let me get that picture. Bang. You see the blood sacrifice of the black man and the black woman in America? Hold up. See who killed Dr. King? This is everybody that killed John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Malcolm, any motherfucker who thought they was going to bring equality in America, they killed them. So somebody would say, hey, Mr. Wizard, hey, Mr. Smart shit, Mr. Smart ass, you know every motherfucking thing, Mr. Know-it-all, Mr. Tight Rope Walker, Mr. Ex-crackhead motherfucker, probably still smoke. I know y'all say that shit. Bet your whole fucking income on it. Let's bet. I bet you won't. So then shut the fuck up. What makes you any different, Jose Omar? Well, me, I learned something from everybody who wanted to save black people. I call it mind your business. What you mean mind your business? Okay, I'll tell you. When I first put on that African American robe, the black still didn't fuck with me. The African didn't fuck with me. And the black African American was worse than the other two. I'm cool. I said, this is not my business. So I started talking to my grandmothers and stuff, and grandmother's friends, and started digging. I said, well, shit. No wonder I got along with a lot of people in New York when I was younger. Different cultures playing basketball and football. I ain't black. Not because of my skin. It was my heart and my mind. I ain't black. So now that we know that Mr. Burns Sanders and Alice came on this master plan to get an African from out of Timbuktu, that's your book, to play an African American corporation. This sounds like a tarot card reading I heard today. They do. Because that's what they did to us. They took this one plan and gave us a new ass, literally. They took the real estate of our brains and dug a big ass hole in our head. That's why if you find skulls, there's a hole in the head. Watch. Matter of fact, it's called this. I wrote it down too. This gonna blow your heads, man. This gonna definitely make the connection why the great Exodus is here, and I told you we're going to be doing a mental and spiritual exodus up out of this shit, and we out the forest and the wilderness. We're out. We're gone. Mr. Burns gonna have his tree and all that shit. But it sounds like a bit that I heard today on tarot card. And it's the exact elaborate plan because they got one group of black people. Like, if you get one person to investigate me, and then you kill me, you kill the investigator, you good, right? cool. We got that. And at the Mandela concert, these are the hired killers of our leaders from another country who get their hair fixed up. Why? Because it was fake at the INA. Remember? A fake hand reader. The nigga wasn't reading no sign languages. He was doing them crip signs. The nigga said, blood, nigga, blood, nigga, blood, nigga, what? When he threw up the blood sign, he said, Scott is right, motherfucker. Scott, nigga, Scott, nigga, Scott, nigga, pow! We'll bring you to hell, nigga. The other one started throwing that crip. They started crip walking. That's how Snoop ended up in New York real heavy. Because that was the other dude's house. I think there's two other ones. South and north. Man, almost lost the flow, y'all. So this elaborate plot is how they maintain any man or woman from being who they should be, is this black mentality is the invincible gun line boss. Who told you? Calling yourself black is the modern day gun line. Because as soon as you tell anybody on the planet, other than a person who is naturally and spiritually conscious, we only know. Debate me. Anybody. Anybody. If not, then let's get together, man, and start writing these things down. And start getting these classes together so we can start planting seeds on how to free our minds from this motherfucking black poison in our heads. This black way of life. And so you can walk through the invincible fence too. They said, well, why won't they leave? He said, I don't know. They said, but there's no fence. And they refused to walk out. Hey. He said, when they had chains on their neck, they dreamed about running? He said, yeah. So you made the dream a reality and they won't run? He said, goddamn right. Cotton picking ninnies. Wow. He said, well, how'd you do that? Oh, son, if I tell you, I have to kill you. And he meant that shit. Because that's what I said. It's going to take something supernatural to remove. Look. It's not even here. Where the fuck is my photos? See? How is that? So we got Burns already, right? We got Burning Man. We got that. Okay, we got that. Boom. See what's up with this?
In the know.
Uh-oh, you seen that? If that ain't a hint, well, niggas ass, money down the drain. What did that 6 mean? That's $6. 5, 6. What does $6 mean? $51 states. Okay, yeah. Winnie the Pooh, 51 states. See? It's a wrap, y'all. They're telling us right now. Ring the, it's like this. Ring the bell. Mr. Sanders done left his crib. He out. He gone. Fuck this place. I'm out. They left. He rang the bell. He left. The bears come in, found nobody's there. He's in the crib. Under who? His gold plaque. And he left a message. Niggas, nigs, nigra, location 50 or 450 L50. But I see Nick, son, latitude 50 or AL 50 states. I'm going with 51 states. America 51's. Niggs ran. Nig ran or Nig Nara. I'm saying Nig ran international, and he talking to Pope. The piglet. What they mad at? What they arguing about? Well, oh shit, that hurt. Let's see, right? Child being taken, children being taken. They in the woods. Okay. So, what's the odds of them 3 kids by themselves in the woods? Mr. Sanders is out there in the woods with his old ass. How we know? Because who's else?